So this hole is 420 yards. It's a little bit of a dog leg right. There are trees that run along the left side, which is lost ball or out of bounds. And the right side, you got the other course, or the rest of the course. So when looking at a hole like this, knowing where to miss is very crucial. If I push this a little bit too far right, it'll be okay. I have a second shot in there. Whether I'm behind a tree or wherever it may be, I'm gonna have a second shot versus if I pull it a little bit and then I end up in the trees. It's not gonna be well. So it doglegs a little bit right. My shot shape is usually a draw, but I can control a cut here. The wind, when I felt it on the hole before, felt like it's left to right, so that should help with the cut a little bit. Picking targets, I have a high target. It's kind of hard to specify, but I have a target that I'm going to let the wind just kind of take off, or let the wind push the ball to the right, and we should be good. All right, so tee shot was perfectly executed. As you can see, I have a giant slope in front of me. So like I told you guys earlier about picking the high targets, this is where that would perfectly come into play, since I have no clue where the pin's at. So I had Chris stand right in line with the ball and the pin, and I got my spot on top of the tree. So when hitting a shot like this, it's just important to commit to your number, especially since you can't see how the ball is going to react or whatever it's going to do over there. So picking your number and just committing to it is very important. So I got about 100 yards here. The wind seems like it's kind of down now, honestly. It kind of shifted from what it was off the tee. So I'm just gonna play it at 100 yards. I'll see how it reacts once it gets on the green. But I got my target and I'm just gonna commit to the shot.
I mean, Beverly is one of my favorite stops that we come to. I love Boston every year. Another sellout, just like every school on this tour. We got Max playing a pretty tricky par 4. There's a lot of humps and bumps on this hole, a lot of elevation changes. So try and give him something a little challenging and see what he can do with this one.
All right, so bad shots happen. You witnessed a really bad shot by me. So with this shot right here, I have green to work with, which is a good thing. I have a decent lie. I don't really have to worry about how the ball is gonna come out weird or not. So my routine for something like this is I'll walk up and I'll I'll pace it off a little bit just cause it's too short for a rangefinder and it's easier to pace off. So I got about 25-ish yards to right here. My spot is gonna be right here. I like to pick a spot or an area that I want to chip to. I am a very feel player, so I kind of just feel how much I have to swing in order to land it right around here. It feels like the green's severely sloped this way, so I have to play it a little bit more right. It's not going to come out with a lot of spin because it's out of the rough. I don't have a perfect lie out of the rough. And I'm probably going to play like a mid-trajectory shot just to kind of let it run out a little bit more. If I were to go higher, it probably wouldn't run out as much. And if I were to go too low, it could run straight through the green. So walking back, I got the shot in mind. And one thing to like take note of is after you do hit a bad shot, to get over it. You notice how I'm not really like stressing over that I hit a bad shot or something like that. It happens. You just got to get over it. So I got my spot. I'm going to commit to the shot. We'll see where it goes. And I missed my spot again. Damn. All right, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about another thing now, and that is when to attack a pin versus when to not attack a pin. So I'm guilty of it, I'm sure we all are, where we just wanna go fire at every pin no matter where it's at, whether it's tucked on a slope in front of a bunker, whatever it may be. But knowing when to not attack a pin and play to a spot that gives you the best chance to make a putt is really, really huge in this game. Like, let's say, for example, there's a pin that's on a slope and you can't be long on that slope because the greens are really quick. And if you miss it right, you're screwed because it goes down and it's short-sided. But if you miss it left and you don't attack it, you're okay. Because your margin for error, depending on what you're hitting into the hole, is going to be dependent on the club. But let's say we have like a wedge in, and obviously you can get more aggressive with wedges, but knowing when to throttle back and give yourself a good look for birdie versus trying to attack it and then compounding mistakes if it doesn't go so well is really big when trying to lower your scores. Didn't hit the greatest of shots there. So my routine when reading a putt is I'll always start from behind the ball. It's just easier for me to kind of see and gauge what the whole green's doing. And I always like to pick a high side and a low side of the angle that my putt's on. So high side of the green is over there, so it's generally gonna slope that way. I'll then come up to the putt and I'll feel it with my feet just to kind of see if what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling kind of matches. For a longer putt, I'll kind of go in the middle and I'll feel it just to kind of see, because obviously from right there to right here is different. It still feels like it's going right. I'll come behind the hole and I'll kind of see as well what everything looks like. It also feels like it's a little uphill from here once it gets past the hole. I'll then go back, just kind of see if there's any like debris or anything in my way. I got my spot. I'm gonna pick my spot, I'm gonna commit to it, and then whatever happens, happens with it.
Hey guys, if you like this video, please like and comment. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thanks a lot, you guys.